You know I've been around and doing it, but now it's my time to shine and start proving it. I'm losing it, I'm moving it. The city is where I'm made, Bostonian flow, I kick it a back bay. Yeah, I got game, God in a fan way. We the city of the champs, every sport we play. Spit wetter than the harbor, yeah, I'm flowing like the Charles. I be speeding on this beat, call it Turnpike Miles. Yeah, it's Buku signing on, John to the Hancock.
Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Once a Week. I'm Billy Giannouloudis, and today's message is one that I believe has some power behind it. Whether this is your first video you've seen, or maybe you've seen them all, but periodically, there are certain messages that pertain to the personal powers we all have in us to do something great or make a change. More recently, in last week's message, I talked about the personal power we have being love. And way back, when Once a Week just got started, I talked about the power of an idea. The personal power messages are throughout the Once a Week series. And today, I've got another for you. Because today, this entire message is all about the power of a belief. And it can literally change everything for you if you can take control of it. And I want to get right into it today, guys, because I know someone is going to run with this, and it's going to help someone unlimit themselves to do something more. Because we've heard people say the phrases, believe in yourself, or you just need to keep believing, or don't stop believing for that matter. But the majority of people just hear that and go about their day, not actually understanding what happens when you believe in yourself or believe in something. So if you stick with me throughout this video, I want to show you how this is so powerful when you choose to believe in something. We have so much power at our fingertips. It's not even at our fingertips. It's literally in us, and the majority of us don't use it. Let's switch that. Because our beliefs become the commanders of our brains. The more we believe something is true, the more we believe we can do something, the more our nervous system or our brain gets the message or command. Which is when it starts to adapt to that belief and then helps us achieve what we want to achieve. A belief opens the door for us. And the more we believe in something, the more our brain finds a way to make it happen. But here's where we need to be careful as well. Because just as much as a positive belief can have such a great impact on us and help us come out of where we've been and onto where we want to be, a negative belief works the same way in our nervous system. The more we believe something negative to be true, the more we send that message to our brain, the deeper we go into a negative state. And the more we put our own walls up. You see this with depression. People can't take their mind off the negative situation that occurred and constantly keep replaying it in their mind. That negativity constantly being sent through your brain. The brain will take that command and then it will adapt it to our perception. So if we constantly send a negative thought or belief, a negative outlook long enough, our brain will adapt to it and make us see that everywhere. Thus creating the depressive state some of us get stuck in at times. It happens. It doesn't mean you have to stay there. Belief is an incredible personal power that we all have. It allows us to take control of our brain. So if constantly believing or sending a negative message to the brain gets you in a negative state, switch it. Start believing for greater. Start believing there's a way out of where you've been. Start sending that message to yourself. And your brain will represent it and begin to open your eyes, your perception, to something more. That works. Trust me on that, because that helped me out of some very bad times and got my mind back on track. It is worth the try to help you make a change that could end up being the best thing you have ever done for yourself in your entire life. But that being said, guys, this video isn't done. Because there is so much more power to belief that we have and how our beliefs can affect us in extraordinary ways. And there's one specific example I read about the other night that completely changed the game for me with how powerful a belief can be. I was reading the book Whisper by Mark Batterson. It's an incredible book. But in it, he mentions Helen Keller. For those of you who don't know, Helen Keller was an extremely strong woman in the 1900s who overcame some incredible trials in her life. She accomplished some incredible feats in her life despite being deaf and blind, and then even losing her ability to speak because she couldn't hear. She still refused to give in to her situations and ended up placing her name in the history books. But that right there, she refused to give in to her situations. She refused to isolate herself from the outside world because she believed. And here's where the game changed for me and my eyes opened even more to the power of belief. Keller said that when she lost her hearing, she lost the most vital stimulus, the sound of the voice. The voice sets everything in motion. It sets your thoughts in motion. She didn't give up, but she had this massive wall up. But she still believed there was a way for her to hear, to listen, and learn. And in all honesty, to grow and get better. So she learned to listen in a different way. She learned to listen through touch. She would lay her hand on the radio or even someone's neck and feel the vibrations. And in the radio, it was the horns and the strings. To hear what was happening. And she did it. She taught herself how to hear again by believing she could through touch. And her mind created the way. Because she believed so strongly that this shift could happen, her brain sent messages to her body and adapted her body to make the shift. Your beliefs are so powerful, things will adapt to them. That's why if you believe something enough and don't give up, it will happen. A door will open for you. With the body, the brain will adapt to the messages you send it. With your goals or dreams that you believe you can achieve, the more you believe you can do what it is you want to do and take action to grow in that pursuit, the world adapts to it. I could talk about the power of belief for hours. It's incredible to me what can be accomplished in the world when you truly don't give up, when you don't limit yourself or give in to the negativity. Your beliefs are a constant message you send to the brain. They create your perception of the world. So what are your beliefs? Are they helping you? Are they moving you in the right direction? Or are they putting more walls up for you? You tell me. But our beliefs can limit us or unlimit us. And that's up to you. But why live in negativity when you control what you send and don't send to your brain? Until next week, guys.
You know I've been around and doing it, but now it's my time to shine and start proving it. I'm losing it, I'm moving it. The city is where